French President Emmanuel Macron is leading the Paris delegation in Switzerland in the hopes of winning the bid for the 2024 Olympic Games. Paris is hoping to beat out Los Angeles as the host city. CNN's Melissa Bell is covering the story and joins us now from Paris. Melissa, cities never really make any money from hosting the Games. Why is Paris so keen? Why does President Macron want this?
He really wants it, and he's made it so plain that he is travelling himself to Lausanne, as you said a moment ago, Linda, to push the bid as much as he can, because this week really is crucial. This is the week when the IOC will really take a big step towards making its decision. The last two runners-up are, of course, Paris and LA, and because of that economic problem, the fact that it is difficult for cities hosting the Olympics really to make money off them, you've seen cities who had been hoping to host the 2024 bid really drop off over the course of the last few months, leaving just LA and Paris. Now, the idea is that they'll be bidding for 2024, but it may be, and we'll know more about this tomorrow, Linda, that in fact in September, when the decision is announced, the winner of the 2028 Games might also be announced. So it may be that, in fact, between LA and Paris, you have two winners. But why would a city, given all the economic troubles, given the fact that it is very unlikely the Games will actually bring anything in terms of money to Paris, why would the French capital be as interested as it is? Jim Pitterman's been having a look.
Oh, the bands. Oh, the banners. Make no mistake, Paris really wants the 2024 Olympic Games. The local organizing committee is spending 60 million euros, nearly $70 million, on splashy promotions, elaborate shows, and sporty demonstrations to convince the International Olympic Committee, and perhaps a little bit their own countrymen, that Paris has the enthusiasm, infrastructure, and engagement financially to stage the Games. Everyone is getting involved, from past and present Olympic stars to the newly elected president, and even the mayor, who initially was a bit dubious about the whole thing. There's a reason why Paris is putting so much effort into its Olympics bid, why it's put its mayor into a canoe and sending divers plunging into the River Seine. And the reason is that the last time the city tried for the Olympics in 2005, the organizers were accused of being arrogantly overconfident. When London got the nod, the disappointment here was palpable.
At the Games of the 30th Olympiad are awarded to the city of London.
It wasn't just the loss of the 2012 Games to ancient rivals across the English Channel that hurt so much. It was the blow to national pride. This time, organizers are determined not to make the same mistakes. Among other things, they've put sports heroes out in front.
We have already all the resources. We have 95% of existing venues. We have all the transport facilities. So it's time now to really consider that France is the right place to organize the Games in 2024.
Despite all the facilities Paris already has in place, organizers plan to spend more than 6 billion euros on new sites and improvements to existing ones. But Olympics budgets are notoriously unrealistic. When asked if the Olympics would put the taxpayers at risk, the mayor simply said, "We are no longer there," meaning perhaps that things have moved well beyond debating the price tag. And while the promoters claim the costs can be covered, have coffee with someone who studies such questions, and he'll tell you that no Olympics since 1984 has made money on the Games, although that may not be the point.
It's like when you host a party at your house, you don't do it for the money, you do it to shine. So of course it's a major challenge for the city, and they want to show that they will succeed.
But to succeed, Paris must defeat the only other city in the bidding for the 2024 Games, Los Angeles. 3 other cities have dropped out, in part or entirely, over the question of costs. In any kind of competition, you always have your eye on the competitor to see how far they're behind you. So are you keeping an eye on Los Angeles? Are they...
When I was an athlete, I was not just like this. I just look ahead, forward, and we win on our strengths.
And for Paris, looking forward means towards September for the official announcement of which of the two cities has made it over the top. Jim Bitterman, CNN, Paris.
Now, as Jim was just mentioning, of course, the French were very disappointed at losing out to London for that 2012 bid. And one of the things in the post-mortem that came up over and over again was that perhaps too many politicians had been involved in France's bid rather than athletes. Now, this time, as you saw there are lots of athletes involved, but so too the French president, going all the way to Lausanne later today to visit the Olympic Museum there. Clearly, the French delegation have decided that for the time being, Emmanuel Macron is sufficiently untainted by the day-to-day grind of politics, still to be considered an asset.
All right, we'll have to see how Paris goes in the coming days. Melissa Bell, thanks for being with us.